Bristol Motor Speedway is the location for stop number 7 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series. It's the first of 3 straight races will be on a short track this season here in the Castrol GTX Cup Series, and actually a second short track stop on the tour. It's the running of the Food City 500, and wouldn't you know it, you remember the top two? If you remember the top 2 from Texas Motor Speedway, the last race on the tour, well, guess what? That same top 2 is on the front row in today's event at Bristol. And it happens to be the same order we left it at Texas. Cole Deaver on the pole and Dylan Poteet on the outside. Deaver won that day at Texas Motor Speedway. Poteet, well, he happens to do it today at Bristol, and we'll find out if he does or not. But they ain't the only 2 in this race today. Here we have 3,900 cars, and on here, row 2 as Seth Cohen 45 and 88 Keith Batson, who is the pole sitter at that day at Texas Motor Speedway. Third row will have Zachary Fitzwater 66, a great qualifying run for him in the big Kmart Ford Taurus. He'll be alongside Kev Shearer, who had a good run at Texas the last race on the tour in the 36 car. The fourth row will have car number 12, Rob Evans, the Daytona 500 champion, and Joshua Osborne in the XFS SKF Ford. Fifth row will have Kyle Matthews in 24, who won at Richmond, and Dylan Young on the outside in car number 2. Matthews in car 24. Sixth row, Phil Parker in number 5 and number 28, Kat Batson in the Texaco Haviland Ford. Going to the 7th row, we'll have William Brock in car number 4, the Kodak Dome Chevrolet, and Jessica Shelton, the winner this season at Atlanta in the McDonald's Ford. Her look at Bristol, not quite all that well, even though she has won this event before, as a matter of fact. So you have to win a night race there, though. Next row down has Shane Lake in car number 30 in the Jimmy Dean Pontiac, and Charles Sanford in 42 in the Bell Mobility Chevrolet. Next row down has Johnny Gardner in 25, the Boezer Chevrolet. He has one of our in-car cameras in today's event. He'll be alongside Nathan Hudson in 31, the Lowe's Chevrolet. Next row down has Matt Haas in 18 and Chris Dalton in 60. Dalton has our second in-car camera. And Dalton was winner this season at Darlington, while Haas won at Rockingham. Next row down is Jay Jefferson in car number 1 and number 90, Quentin Moore. The next row down has Sky Cummins in number 9, the car 2 number Ford. And Joshua Collar, who has our third in-car camera in the STP Pontiac, car number 43. Next row down has number 10, Mitchell Collins, and number 75, Jesse Turner. Then it's number 77, Paul Minnick, in the Jasper Engines Federal Mogul Ford. And beside him will be car number 11, Emmanuel Hartnett. Next row down, Henry Sanford in 55 and number 44, Mike Becker. Then it's Jordan Lopez in the Valvoline Ford, car number 6, and beside him will be Nathan Ormond in number 40, the Coors Light Chevrolet. Next row down, James Henry in 33 and Marcus Sachi in 21. Then it's number 97, Zach Winkle in the next row down in the John Deere Ford, and number 26, Ryan Brommer on the outside in the Cheerios Ford. Then it's Brandon Parker in the Home Depot Pontiac, car number 20, and then beside him will be Alex Miller in number 71, the Team Realtree Chevrolet. Next row down has Julius Anderson in number 16, the Prime Star Ford, and Casey Nanico in number 7, the Phillips Chevrolet. And starting shotgun field will be Adam Flickinger, number 23, in the Team Winston Ford. So the field of 41 lined up here on pit road, and here comes the command to fire the engines for this, the Food City 500 at Bristol.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
And you can see why they call this place Thunder Valley is why they call this place here. As the field fires up for 75 laps of short track madness at Bristol, Tennessee. And when I say short track madness, if you see my Bristol races, you'll know what I'm talking about. Again, our in-car cameras today will be carried by Chris Dollerton, Johnny Gardner, and Joshua Collar. Those three will be carrying our in-car cameras in today's event. Field lines up off turn number 4 here. Pace car himself on the pit road. 75 laps of racing here today as the green flag is about to fly and the Food City 500 is on. And what a start Cole Deaver got on that start. He took off like John Force on that start. But Poteet close up in a hurry as they go into turn number 3. Poteet Looks inside of Devers, going to take the lead off turn number 4. Devers slips to the outside of the track. And Dylan Boteat leads the first lap of this race here. Boteat got laid back, and that starts to turn out to pay off for him. Rob Evans and Kyle Matthews looking low on the track here as they try to tandem their way up to the front. First of 3 straight races we'll have on a short track this season. Here at Bristol first off, and then the next on the tour will be at North Wilkesboro for the First Union 400, and then after that we'll be at Martinsville for the STP 500, and that's the shortest of the 3 short tracks. Martinsville is, and instantly enough we go from the shortest and the slowest at Martinsville to the longest and the fastest at Talladega. Next on the tour after that. But right now it is Dylan Boteat showing the way here at Bristol as with Devers second, Evans third, Matthews fourth, Seth Cole fifth, William Brock sixth, Johnny Gardner up to 7th place right now in car number 25. And the laps here at Bristol do not take all that long here. The laps here at Bristol do not take very long. 15 seconds a lap. And lap speeds here at Bristol, well, to give you the idea on the fast lap race, 123 miles per hour. That lap set by Kyle Matthews right now, who has the fastest car on the track at the moment. As we watch Johnny Gardner and William Brock battle out, that's for 6th place. And maybe throw Seth Cole in there in 5th. Gardner's in 7th. 8th is Matt Haas. 9th, Zachary Fitzwater. And Sky Cummins right now 10th as he took the spot from Keith Batson. Phil Parker running on 11th. And then right there, Jay Jefferson getting by Shane Lake. And there's the Kev Shearer, Joshua Osborne. And Chris Dollerton way down low on the track as he tries to keep from getting passed by Dylan Young. Tries to block the lane. And now Dylan Young hung up high on the track here as they come off turn number 4. Some mover uppers in the field here. They see Henry Sanford in number 55. Adam Flickinger, who started this race in 40th, has worked his way up to 25th. But now Cat Batson looks on the track here as you see Emmanuel Hartnett. And whoa, Flickinger about lost to come off turn number 4. And actually you see a part of the sheet metal ripped off of that 23 car by hitting the wall. You see a part of the roll cage exposed. That should give Flickinger a little bit of fresh air in the cockpit, but I will say that for but the car, well, as Barry Dawson once said, at Bristol it's not going to make any difference because normally after about 20 laps there aren't any hood and fenders on these cars. And that is to say, obviously, that no matter that the damage at Bristol does not affect you at all, unless you have a car really beat up. Mark Asashi getting by Flickinger right there. There's Mike Becker behind, and also Jessica Shelton in 94, as she has dropped way back to 31st position from her 14th starting spot. Joshua Collard right there behind. On board with Joshua Collard in car number 43. So he's clocked at this time by as they come off turn number 4 as they get by Mike Becker. Now Collard looks low on Shelton, trying to get by her. Collard in 29th position, Shelton in 28th. Collard to the low side of the track here. Shelton stuck up high as they come off turn number 2. And that's another thing about Bristol. They lap this track so fast that you don't know which part of the turn they're at. And another driver who's dropped back a bunch is Charles Sanford in 42. He has now dropped back to the 31st position. Last time by he was. So he's at this time by as Zach Winkle gets off the wall, come off turn number 4. Sanford now running 30th. He gets now past Winkle for 29th. Nathan Ormond back there. Jesse Turner, Quentin Moore. Flickinger still dropping back as they come off turn number 4. And now we're back to Dylan Poteet as he's now stretched his lead on Cole Deaver at the moment. But he is coming up on lap traffic at the moment. As we watch the copter cam, and he has closed up now up on the back of, almost to the back of Alex Miller's car, and Deaver is closing up in that number 3 car. Some wall bangers off turn number 4. One advantage Poteet may have over Deaver, however. He's the first to catch the lap traffic now, unless they hold him up and give him any trouble at all. But if he gets past him easily, that's going to make the cars behind him not have a possibility of may not be getting by the lap traffic as quick. In Deaver's case, he's having trouble getting around the 71 car, which he finally does now, and Kyle Matthews now gets by the 23 car. Matthews at the 3rd spot now, as he got past Rob Evans just a few laps ago. And whoa, Poteet about got into Casey Nanico just about in the 7 car, and Poteet got really loose off turn number 2, and Nanico just about hit Poteet off the 4th turn. Dylan escapes disaster, and now he keeps the lead for the moment. And as you see, Deaver still running 2nd at the moment here as they come off turn number 4, trying to get track between he and Poteet, excuse me. So the margin is this time by. The margin is 65 hundredths of a second, as we already completed now 29 laps. As we're about to make that 30 laps now this time by, as Poteet comes by to complete the 30th lap. We are now down to 45 to go at Bristol, Tennessee. And Poteet closed up on the back of these 20 car, Brandon Parker. Parker thinks Poteet's faster than he is, and he lets him by. And now holds up Deaver just a little bit in that number 3 car, and finally Deaver looks slow on the track and gets past him. And Cole's got a faster car, obviously, than Poteet, but then again, Poteet is catching lap traffic. 0.4 of a second now, the margin between the front 2 cars. Coming up on the back of the 40 car of Nathan Ormond. Ormond right now running in 36th position at the moment in the number 40 Coors Light Silver Bullet Chevrolet. Poteet now close to the back, now puts up on the back of Ormond's car. Got 3 cars up ahead too. Ormond, Jordan Lopez, and Ryan Brommer in the 26 car. And now Poteet gets by Ormond, and here they come off turn number 4. And Deaver's not careful though. He's about to have a mirror full of that Rainbow 24 of Kyle Matthews. He's about to have a mirror full of that. If Deaver keeps having trouble getting by the lap traffic. Rob Evans in 4th position. Seth Cole and Johnny Gardner battling now. That's 5th and 6th. Gardner looks to the low side. He's got to run on Seth as they go into turn number 3. And they're going to be side by side, and Johnny Gardner takes 5th position away, and as Seth Cole got off the wall, come off turn number 4. So Gardner takes 5th, and up ahead of him is his buddy Rob Evans up ahead in 4th position. Evans actually in the 12 car, up ahead of actually really up ahead of Gardner is Brandon Parker in 20. And meantime, Dylan Pote just checked out on the leader. His lead is now 1.07 seconds between he and Cole Devers. Now Devers got a mirror full of Kyle Matthews in the 24 car now. And Deaver and they're trying to get by Jordan Lopez in the 6 car, and Matthews trying to follow suit, trying to follow him through. Matthews to the low side. Deaver pulls ahead just a little bit. Come off turn number 4. Margin between first and second now 1.12 seconds. And where's Poteet? There he is. He's got 2 lap cars between he and Deaver right now. That's Brommer and Ormond. Matt Haas currently right now running 6th position right now. Seth Cohen 7th. Keith Batson 8th. Joshua Osborne running 9th. And Phil Parker running in 10th. Then William Brock is 11th. Chris Dallerton 12th. 13th is Zachary Fitzwater. And Dallerton has our back bumper cam on the number 60 Power Team Chevrolet. Dalton got real loose up to the high side and into turn number 3. Fitzwater's going to try to go by him, and now Dylan Young's behind him, as is Kev Shearer, Alex Miller, Shane Lake, Kat Batson, I can't see who else, Jay Jefferson, and Julius Anderson. And whoa, they're almost 3 wide. Come off turn number 2 right there. That would have been disastrous as they come to the 3rd turn now. Nanigo gets loose as he gets by, as he lets Dalton and Poteet by, but he's now going to troll Kev Shearer. Jefferson and Batson still both on the lead lap, 16th and 17th. Shane Lake in 18th. Scott Collins 19th. Alex Miller is actually not on the lead lap in 39th position. Nathan Hudson runs 20th, then Collard 21st, and Shelton 22nd. Inside Joshua Collard's car. And meantime, Kyle Matthews has gotten by Dylan Poteet to take 2nd place away. Actually, he's gotten by Cole Deaver, not Dylan Poteet. Poteet's still way ahead of the front 2 cars. $50 laps in the books, 25 to go at Bristol as they go off turn number 2. And whoa! Collard and Hudson's getting a little bit cozy through it in the turns 3 and 4. Couple of people from the Jolly UK battling it out right there for 20th position. Hudson and Collard. If only we had Sean Galligan in this battle, I might add. But I digress. It is Collard, though, up to 20th position now as he gets by him. It gets by Hudson. Now here comes Shelton to the low side as she got trapped by Casey Nanico, and now looks low on the track on Hudson. In the meantime, Charles Sanford coming up to the back of Shelton's car. Twelfth and 13th, you see on the screen here, Fitzwater and Dallerton off the 2nd turn, and Dallerton takes 12th position away. But here comes Fitzwater. Look at that move, crossover on a part of Fitzwater. Didn't work for the moment. Dallerton kept the position for the moment, but here comes Fitzwater to the low side again in turns 1 and 2, and he's got it. So Fitzwater takes the spot back from Dallerton as those 2 trade spots back and forth. In the meantime, 3 lap cars now sandwiched in between the front car, the leader of Dylan Poteet, and 2nd place Kyle Matthews. And here comes Cole Deaver low side. Lee Deaver looks low on the track on Matthews again as they come up to number 4. Got Jeff Gordon car versus a Dale Earnhardt car for second position. Pair of Chevrolets. Mitchell Collins looks low on the track. That is for position on Lucas side of Marcus Sachi. That is for position, by the way. The 10 and the 21 cars. That is for 32nd position, or 31st, I should say. And now Matthews gets trapped behind him, and he comes to the low side now. Trying to get by the lap time if he wants to have any chance at all of catching Dylan Poteet, unless a yellow flag flies on that, which has to be the last thing Poteet wants to see right now is a yellow flag to fly. But if you don't, but he keeps getting loose like that, he may be the yellow flag if he keeps getting loose like that. It's by Julius Anderson, the 16 car, and now Paul Minnick is the next one for Matthews to negotiate. And meantime, Flickinger's between Matthews and Deaver at the moment. The rest of the top 10 right now, as I mentioned, Johnny Gardner's in 4th, 5th is Matt Haas, Keith Batson 6th, 7th is Seth Cole, 8th Rob Evans, 9th Joshua Osborne, and Phil Parker right now currently running in 10th. Matthews got shoved up to the high side now as you see a battle for position between Anderson and Minnick. Actually, it's not for position, excuse me. Julius Anderson right now currently is right now 2 laps down, as is Flickinger. They're both 2 laps down. 77 car of Minnick is just one lap down in 30th position. But here is the man, Dylan Poteet, with now 9 laps to go in this race as he is led right from the start. He was the outside pole sitter of the event, and how frustrated Cole Deaver's got to be is he was the pole sitter of the event and didn't get to lead a lap. But Poteet handling those, putting up and putting down those lap cars like nothing. Poteet currently surprisingly has the fast lap of the race at 123.794 miles per hour. It has been about 6 seasons since it's been about 5 or 6 seasons since Dylan Poteet last won a race in this series. The man who was the first ever champion in the Castrol GTX Series way back in season 1, and the yellow flag flies for the first time of the day, and Poteet gets caught behind Alex Miller. I don't know when this race restarted, as we have completed lap number 69. And Matt Haas on through, and he's out of the race! Matt Haas, who was running 5th, is out of the race now! And I think I kind of can figure out what happened. Adam Flickinger, who was running 41st, he was. Yeah, Matt and Flickinger apparently blew an engine. Flickinger apparently blew an engine. Several cars had to get off the gas right there. Seth Cole, Matt Haas, and Rob Evans got together, and Ryan Brommer got turned 26. So did Haas. Rob Evans caught up, and there's where Flickinger got into it. He came to a stop. And Flickinger already having a problem, that did not serve well for him. Okay, so what's going on right now is we have got... Well, there's the traffic right there. Poteet has put several cars a lap down. At the moment, there's Matthews in second place, with Debo running in third. And they're going to let the lap cars by. They're going to let the cars by that got put a lap down by accident, but they are now back on the, and some of them are back on the lead lap, like Mike Becker, Jesse Turner, Quentin Moore, and also Charles Sanford, who's running 20th. Who's running 20th? He's going to have to get caught up behind Nathan Hudson in 19th. 18th is Harden. 17th is Shelton. 16th is Lake. 15th is Commons. 14th is Collard. 13th Jefferson. 12th is Cat Batson. Kev Shearer is running in 11th. And Dylan Young in 10th. 9th is Dollarton. 8th is Evans. 7th is Parker. 6th is Osborne. 5th is Keith Batson. Then Gardner, Deaver, Matthews, and Poteet. That's the top. That's the front two. And we are going to get a one-lap dash to the checkers at Bristol. Oh, crap. This is going to be disastrous. Good news for Poteet. He's got 3 lap cars between he and Kyle Matthews. Bad news, there's a possibility that the lap driver can go to the inside of Poteet, possibly. Oh, I don't know. This is gonna be like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter and not wanting to give it up here. Green flag for us. Let's see green and white flag for us. Let's see what happens on the last lap at Bristol. Poteet got the start he needed, and there's going to be no chance at all of getting past it coming off turn number 4. And after about 5 season drought, Dylan Poteet wins at Bristol. It had been about 5 seasons too long for this drought to go on for Dylan Poteet. And he's finally back in victory lane in the Caterpillar and Pontiac car number 22. Kyle Matthews comes home second, third to Cole Deaver. Johnny Gardner fourth, and fifth to Keith Batson. Joshua Osborne sixth, seventh will go to Phil Parker. Eighth to Rob Evans, ninth to Chris Dollarton, and Dylan Young comes home in 10th. But Dylan Poteet finally back in the winner's circle. In the winner's circle, and boy, how long is it? Like I said, I know I said 5 seasons, but how long has it been, buddy? Whew. But Poteet from the outside pole has led all 75 laps today. 23 cars finished on the lead lap in today's event here at Bristol. Rest of the lead lap finishers: Kev Shearer 11th, 12th Cat Batson, Jay Jefferson 13th, 14th will go to Joshua Collard, Shane Lake 15th, Jessica Shelton 16th, Sky Collins 17th, Emmanuel Harden 18th, Nathan Hudson 19th, and Charles Sanford 20th. Then Mike Becker, Jesse Turner, and Quentin Moore is the last of the lead lap finishers. Rest of the finishers in this race: Henry Sanford, James Henry, Nathan Orman, Marcus Sachi, Mitchell Collins, Zach Winkle, Jordan Lopez, Ryan Frommer, Brandon Parker, Alex Miller, Paul Minnick, Casey Nanico, and Julius Anderson was the last finishers of this race here today. Cars that crashed out of the race here were Seth Cole, William Brock, Zachary Fitzwater, Matt Haas, and Adam Flickinger, all out of the race because of a crash. And some of them were having a really good run here today and didn't need this. But average speed 106.290 miles per hour, and for the first time, as we said, in a long time, the season 1 champion of the series, the man who ran the Mountain Dew Racing Series and the long-forgotten Mopar Nationwide Series, Dylan Poteet, is back in victory lane as he wins here at Bristol, holding off 2 of the best. And Kyle, well, actually, if you look at it this way, it's about 10 of the best in the top 10, I should say, here this season. But he does it here today at Bristol, Tennessee, leading all 75 laps today. And if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on the channel. We got NNSCRA gaming videos, whatever the president of the NNSCRA Seth Kozar's for his channel. And be sure to check out our other series, including the Duracell Cup series, the Budweiser All Pro series, and the Marvel Studios Cup series. Be sure to check those series out as well. Some best offline series are under the NNSCRA umbrella, and you will not regret checking those series out neither. And that will do it here today. And I guarantee you Dylan Posey is going to probably want to take that car to North Wilkesboro next on the tour for the first Union 400. And for now, this is James Colson in production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing at its best. We will see you at North Wilkesboro.